M0FXB. So let's import some CSV contacts into our RT3S. I've got the GPS model. Now, if we go to Alents here, I'll put the link in, and straight away it takes us to this page. We use this part of the page to download our programming software or firmware. It's all here. You choose the model you want, click it, and it downloads the zip with everything in it. So thanks so much to Alents. That's free. The next thing is, you could just, if you've got a radio that holds, 200 odd thousand contacts, just click all, and then you just put this S3, your little code here in, download. You've got the file, and that's it. Put the file somewhere you're going to find it. But the problem we've got is the RT3S only really holds around 100,000 contacts, so we can't really use that one. So what we'll do, we'll leave that on the page for now and just put in U, and then we'll start to scroll down and select the ones we want for now. I'm just going to select America and UK just for now, because that's what I tend to have as the highest one. So there's UK. Again, just put a U in and then scroll down, and we're not deleting the all yet. And RTU, we've got UK, we want America, United States. So already we're a bit high, 118,000. So we're going to delete that. Now, the way you'll get a few more in is, look, country abbreviation. So instead of having the whole name, it will abbreviate it. Okay, and then call sign and first name are really, we do need that, full name, call sign and full name. We don't need the full name. So we're going to get a bit more, we're going to squeeze a bit more out of our memory. So let's put in S3GK, S3G, lowercase, isn't it? So S3GK, download. Click OK. Be aware of your radio's contact limit. Yeah, well, we've just discussed that. So the code didn't work. So just, let's do a different code. So we go 9. I've had this before where you've got to put it in a few times. Q, X. The upper and lower case does matter. Right, that's worked. And then what happens if I just open that? You get this. It's creating it. And at the end of this, you get to download it. In storage, please wait a moment. Just waiting for that to come through. And then it says download, like so, and here's your file. Let's just click what that looks like, and look, it's a Alents CSV file. You can see that here. I'm going to right click, and actually I'm going to extract it to somewhere I know I'll find it. So create a file. I recommend you create a file called RT3S, if that's the radio you're on. Create a file naming it the same as the radio that you're on. So you can actually select new folder here if you need to. See that new folder? You can create the file in this place. So desktop, shall I just do a new folder just to show you? New folder, call it RT3SCSV, and then click OK, and then it should extract it there. Go back, click extract, go back. We're looking for RT3S, which I can't find. I'm sure it's there, but let's just put it under RT for now. Click OK. Right, and then let's go to the next part. So we're at the radio now, and what we're going to do is connect. We've got the USB cable connected to our RT3S. We've already got the driver, everything's good. Let's just right click. I'll show you. Right click, device manager, and what you should be looking at is, I always get confused here. We are showing up a USB serial port, but I find that you actually look down here in universal serial bus controllers, and look, STM device in DFU mode. That's the one I tend to have to make sure that is no yellow errors, otherwise it doesn't work. So we've already read the radio, but to read the radio you go program read data, and it will read the radio, and the radio will say on the screen, PC mode or something. But you plug the 2-pin data cable on the right hand side here, plug it into your computer, and it's all connected. And when you read it, it will populate all this data here, and it will show you the model you've got and serial number. And you should know all this already if you've got to the point where you want to load your CSV file. We've got channels here, zones here. So channels go into zones. You can create hundreds of channels, but you can separate them off into separate zones, easier to find. So to import that file, we're going to go click Program, Write Contacts, import the contacts, double select your file that we've already got. It will say success. Click OK, and then click write, and it will write it. It does take a minute, and then you just need to go to your radio and do this. M0FXB, let's set up our Alliance HD1 to do APRS, but using the radio, not the software. So the first thing you want to do is get it into VFO mode or frequency mode.
Channel mode 2, frequency mode.
That's frequency. Then type in the frequency of your hotspot or repeater. So mine is 431550. Then go menu, go down to band A set, select menu. We don't need zone. GPS, we need that on, and we do have a lock. If you look now, there's a tiny little planet up there, and there's no red line over it, so it means we do have a lock. Let's go back. We'll do receive info, we'll turn it on. TX info, we'll turn it on. We won't do step. Power, yeah, let's do high, because we're going to do that out and about. Vox, we don't need. Keep going. Wide narrow, no. Timeout, no. Keep going. Channel name, no, because we're on a VFO mode. Shift up, we don't want any shift because we're simplex, but if you were using a repeater, you'd need a shift. You just select it and then you put in the shift. Color code, we've used 1. DMR mode, simplex. Every time I select, I'm pushing the menu button. DMR slot, 2 we've used. And then you confirm. So you would select it and then confirm. And it says confirm to you. Promiscuous is off for now. Radio ID should already be in there. You do need a DMR number and a ham radio call sign. Contact, we've selected private APRS, and I'll show you how to be able to do that.
Cancel.
Okay, let's just check I didn't miss anything. And then we'll show you the contact. The reason you need the contact is because that is the actual talk group you're going to use. Yeah, so we can back out now.
Cancel.
Now just press the menu button once.
Menu.
And go down until you get to contact, which is number 6. Press contact. We're only using, just press contact again with the menu button. And press it again, and this is where you'll be able to type in the number. So you see the arrows go down to the end, and then use the red button to delete all the way back if you want, and then use the keypad to type the number, and then confirm. We're not quite ready yet. Now we need to go down 1, and we need to choose private. Now if it was a normal talk group like talk group 91, you would choose group. So click menu and then turn the knob or go up and down to private for APRS, but for normal click group. Okay, but we're going to select private, confirm, then go down. We do need to name it because it's easier to find it, so we'll go down to name, and we can name it again. Go forward with the up and down arrows, delete with the red button, and then when you're ready, confirm. And there's more to do, but we don't need to add that for now. So we'll go back. We've managed to do that now. So now what would happen is when you do create your channel, go menu, down to band A set, menu, and you're going down through all the settings. When you do select the contact thing, which is so important, you'll be able to select it because that is your talk group. You see, if you click confirm, and you can go choose, the best place to choose is to go to priority. So go to priority, and then this is where you should be able to choose the different contacts that you've got in your radio by turning the knob or going up and down. So we want private, okay? So we've selected that and then save. Now go back out. So now you're actually, and if you TX, you're going to see the next part of the video where I do a TX and you see me live TXing with the radio out in the garden and showing up on APRS FI. For this to work, you do need a GPS lock. There's a tiny little planet up here, and you can check that. Just press menu once.
Menu.
And then go up, backwards, look, to GPS, number 9 menu. And then you'll see local GPS, press it. And if you're getting this info, it means you have got a GPS lock.
Cancel.
Now you can do the rest. So you saw the live TX using my HT, and now the rest of the video is about setting it up using the software on your PC. Bye for now. M0FXB, welcome to my channel. Let's set up APRS on our Alence HD1. We are going to need some help from our Pi-Star hotspot and Brandmeister, and we're also going to need a GPS lock. Let me show you how to get the GPS lock on your Alence HD1.
You will need to have a GPS lock. Now we've got one here. How do we turn it on? To turn on, press menu, then go down to band A set and click band. Now go down one to GPS, press menu, and then select with the up and down arrows on or off. So we want it on, select on, then confirm. Then go back. Once you've got the planet Earth showing right at the top there, it's very small, it's a tiny little blue planet Earth, then you do have a lock. When you haven't got a lock, there will be a red circle with a line through it. So now let's look at our location. We'll go menu once, then just go down to GPS and select confirm, and then local GPS means it's going to show you your location. Click confirm, and there's my location. If we then go back and look down, down one to receive GPS, that's if someone has a GPS transmitter, and I'll test it on my 878, and they can send you their GPS coordinates. We'll just go back out, and we are now ready to set up APRS within our code plug. Let's go and have a look.
Now let's set up our Brandmeister. So what we'll do is we'll log in as normal. Click M0FXB, go to self-care. We go to a full screen here. Now just basically copy my settings. It's Chinese radio, English. Normally you would use M0FXB-9. You type what you're going to see here. I could add the word Andreas if I want. Like so. So that's JPRS text. Icon, I've chose a man. Everything else is selected to off, and then just save. Okay, so that's your settings in Brandmeister. It's free to get an account with Brandmeister. On our hotspot, just go to configuration and just remember and set the frequency that you're going to put in the radio the same as your hotspot, and we're just using a simplex hotspot here. And if we go down, I have enabled APRS host enabled. I just slid that across, and the rest I've left as default, although mine does say Europe London time and dashboard language. Now let's move over to the code plug, but go back to dashboard. As you can see on my dashboard, I have TX. Now I'm using the talk group number 460999 because that's in a video made by Alence, and you'll see it says GPS, and when I do transmit and no one else is talking here, it does say DMR data here. Of course, use your call sign for the APRS call sign. So let's open up our code plug. We'll go to channel here on the left. There's channel. And these are my channels. Now I tend to write my own code plugs with just the channels that I know I'm going to use, rather than having hundreds and hundreds of channels. So the bottom one here is APRS. So the frequency here is the same as my hotspot. So we're simplex, so it's 431.550 RX TX. We've selected digital, we don't need tone. The power's low, but I'm guessing that if you were out and about, you'd want to use high power. Scan, I've selected add, I've named the channel APRS, and let's click a bigger window. And hopefully if you copy my settings, yours should work as well. Mine's working now. So channel name, frequency, digital, low power, timeout I've set to 180. There it is, scan add there. Simplex, I've selected slot 1, color code 1. Now the actual chat contact you create is important. Look, so you'll select on here priority and then a contact called APRS. I've selected here GPS timing report TX contact, also APRS. you look there, and then we've ticked these boxes: GPS, receive GPS info, send GPS info, and we've got GPS timing as 60. Then go over to contacts, and you might need to actually do this first to be able to select it in the channel. Go to priority contacts, and then here's where I've added the contact. Now it's a private call I've created. I've called it APRS, and I've used the number that Alence used, 460999. There you go. So you need to do that. I also created a new zone, so double click zone here at the top. The zone window appears, and you could just put it in an existing zone, but I just clicked here 9, type the word APRS. The APRS channel that I had already created appeared in the available channels list, so I just sent it across here. So if I send it back, there it is there. It appeared like that. I selected it and I just sent it across, and of course you can add more than one APRS channel. This is for testing, and this is so that when you turn the radio on and you select the zone, that there's just one APRS channel in there, and that makes it easier just for APRS testing. Now some people do create receive groups, if you click here, but it's not something I ever do, where you can add other channels into that same receive group, and then when you're using APRS you will hear other channels, but I've never done that. Now send that to your radio. I would save that configuration, then send it to your radio. Just go device, actually check your port. Mine is 10. How do you check? You just go right click, device manager, of course connect your USB cable, double click, and then you've got COM10 there, it's CH340, and then click device and then write to radio. Hopefully no errors. So back on the radio, you want to select the correct zone that you created. Just go menu, down to band A, menu again, select zone, then we'll go up to the one that we called APRS, confirm, back out. You're now on the APRS zone, and you'll see that your little logo for GPS is initially will have a little red circle, but wait for that lock, and once you've got that lock, then it's just a matter of TXing. You'll see it's private and there's the number there. Fingers crossed, you'll be on APRS FI in no time. So okay, give it a test, try it out. Hopefully you'll show up on APRS FI like I am here. If you look on the left, I'm showing up. And yeah, catch you on air. Thanks for watching my channel. Please remember to like or subscribe. I think the Alence HD1 is a good radio, a fun radio. It's a budget radio, but it works well on so many things. Bye for now, 7-3.